Hey everybody, it's Marshall Monkey here. This is going to be my Arrow Season 5, Episode 14 review. I'm kind of out of it, trying to catch up with videos, but this episode was really interesting. We got a little bit of Suicide Squad, a little bit of Gotham City Sirens. I'll talk a little bit about that later on, but let's start with the Squad stuff first, because the actor, David Ramsey, who plays Dickel, teased that they could do Suicide Squad now, so that's pretty interesting. And it's also interesting because Suicide Squad just won an Academy Award. Even though it was for hair and makeup, I'm sure Warner Brothers is going to try to push that and maybe get Suicide Squad 2. Mel Gibson is in talks. I didn't make a video for that, but I'll probably talk about it in a live stream when I do one at least sometime. But yeah, Suicide Squad. David Ramsey teased that it is going to be available for them to do in the near future, probably season 6 more likely. So that's pretty interesting. But the episode itself was more of a Gotham City Sirens, which we'll talk about in a second. But in the beginning of the episode, Oliver visits Prometheus's mother, or at least his supposed mother, and she doesn't give Oliver his name. So no one knows Prometheus's name. It's wiped from the internet completely. There's no trace of it. So they'll probably get Prometheus's name at some point. And if they don't, then there's going to be some reveal that maybe he wasn't Claiborne's son at all, and that he was somebody else. Tommy, hopefully. So let's talk about Liza Warner, China White, and Cupid. So these three escape from prison. They have this jailbreak, and this is really a Gotham City Sirens type thing. You have three characters, so Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy, Catwoman. Here it's Liza Warner, China White, and Cupid. So it's kind of like Arrow's version of the Gotham City Sirens. In the episode, they try to find Tobias Church's load of wads, his money. So they try to find his $100 million so they can take back the city. It was really great seeing China White. We haven't seen her in a long time. I think it was season 2 the last time we saw her, season 1. So we haven't seen her in forever. I think they made a joke about that in the episode. Liza Warner, I totally forgot about her. She was season 4, I think season 3 actually, when we last saw her. I can't remember for sure. But Liza's back. That had a lot to take with Quentin. Thea kind of had to help him snap out of that. So Thea was kind of like, hey, can't blame yourself from what Liza did. You can't blame yourself for all the sins. Sins was a huge thing in this episode. There was actually a character named Sin back in season 1 and 2 that I really kind of want to come back, but won't ever come back. Because she's Audrey now on Scream. But anyway, so Quentin kind of had to deal with his sins in this episode and kind of learning to deal with not having to take everybody else's sins for his responsibility. In this episode, Oliver had a lot to deal with being mayor. So as mayor, he had to kind of deal with the ACU trying to take him down as Green Arrow, which I thought was really cool because it was kind of like the old days. There's a lot of callbacks to season 1 and 2 of this season of Arrow, and I think that's really interesting because we got the whole big 100th episode with Slade and all that, and then we have some of these other little Easter egg drops that are coming along. In this episode, they had a really great fight scene at the end in the cemetery. I actually really appreciated that fight scene. It was really great. I love when they do scenes like that just because it's so much work, but the payoff for that one scene that they do is just fantastic. So I love that. This episode, they got a little bit more comic book accurate. So Mr. Terrific is wearing the white Fair Play jacket. He was wearing the Fair Play jacket, but it was kind of like the black and red one. So they kind of revamped his uniform, suit, I guess whatever you want to call it, to make it more comic book accurate. So that was fantastic too. So that's kind of like a comic book Easter egg along with the Gotham City Sirens stuff. And Dinah is wearing the Black Canary mask. This can't be her actual suit. If this is her suit, I'm gonna cry because it's awful. Hopefully they'll give her the actual costume. Right now she's just working in the police department. Quentin was like, yeah, you're allowed to be the Black Canary. So that's great. So hopefully they give her a better suit in the near future because she needs one badly. Susan Williams, are you kidding me? I hated this storyline. So in this episode, Susan Williams was planning to basically tell the world that he was Green Arrow. So, once that she found out her computer was hacked and pretty much ruined her career, she thought for sure that Oliver was the Green Arrow and she's going to put a stop to it. So let's see how that turns out. But it's pretty much all a part of the whole Felicity arc and kind of Thea this episode too. But this is kind of like a mini thing for Thea. Felicity, it's a huge thing for Felicity because not only does Felicity do this stuff, but she has the Pandora file. So all those are going to get her in some big trouble eventually. But for now, it's just kind of on the down low. She's not really, they keep building it up. And I really like that because Arrow this season has done a really good job of building up the storylines, especially with some of their main characters like Felicity and, Oliver especially. So I really appreciate it. But next week, we're going to have to see what happens, or I guess this week now. This week, we're going to have to see what happens with Oliver and the mayor's office. He could be losing the office completely. Vigilante is going to be the main villain for next week's episode. I'm wondering if they'll reveal who the actual identity is, because I have a feeling of who it is. And in the comics, it's pretty obvious who it is, because they have him in this episode. Like, they have him in the season, so I'm not going to say who it is, because I'm pretty sure all you know, but I'm not going to spoil it, because a lot of people think it's a spoiler. I've seen it on the internet, so we're not going to talk about it, but I'm pretty sure they'll reveal the identity of Vigilante at some point. But this episode was great. I thought it was like a really good Gotham City Sirens type episode, and I think that it works. David Ayer has actually been teasing the possible villain for Gotham City Sirens, which is going to be Black Mask. I'll probably make a video about that or talk about it in a live stream. I'm kind of, again, still kind of catching up on videos. The next video I'm doing is Legends of Tomorrow, and then after that is going to be the Batman and Nightwing video, and then eventually I'll get to the Riverdale, because a lot of you guys like the Riverdale reviews. But what did you guys think of the episode? Comment down below. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Tell me why, and what was your favorite part and Easter egg? Links there to my other Arrow videos, links in there to my Twitter, Instagram, vlog channel, and gaming channel. Don't forget to like and favorite this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.